Mike, do you hear me now? Yeah. So do you hear me? Yes. So sorry for that. Let's start again. So thank you very much for patience. Good evening and welcome back, fellows, for the weekly market outlook. I hope you all doing well. So you can watch me over the website on the YouTube as well. Yeah. If you are having issue, you can watch me on the YouTube as well. So I was talking about the video someone has downloaded videos from our website and trying to sell those videos to the public, to the people, yeah, for $150 or something like that. So please make sure you are not paying to that guys for those videos. Yeah, so those videos are for basic concept. So you're gonna learn only basic concept how we trade. Yeah, so these videos have been downloaded from our website. Yeah, and that guy is selling those videos to the public. Yeah, and spamming message to the people and offering those videos to the people. Yeah, so those videos only gonna let you about will tell you about the concept which we use about in our trading. So you're not gonna be a professional trader just by watching 10 or 5 or 15 videos. Yeah, you only gonna learn the basic things or the concept which we use. So when someone gonna join us, we do more than that. Yeah, not just watching these videos. Yeah, so we do daily live meetings and trade setups in share trade setup in our group. Yeah, so the group part is most essential part for the learning. Yeah, so that guy is spamming to the people and asking to the people that he's offering these videos. Yeah, so I know he's using fake name. Yeah, so next time we're going to use another name, but we make sure that if anyone is going to sell you these videos, then careful about that. Yeah, so I'm getting that complaint from a couple of peoples. Yeah, many people are telling me that that guy is selling or asking people on the Facebook to buy those videos. All right, so these are the couple of examples which I'm just I'm showing you. Yeah, so I have a couple of more complaints which I can't share all here. Yeah, otherwise we're gonna lose the weekly market outlook. All right, so let's move on to the market. So be careful over there, someone is downloading the videos from the website and these videos, yeah, and offering to the public just for $150. Yeah, so these videos are not for $150, even more than that. But be careful over be careful, fellows. We have every kind of people around that, so careful. Yeah, so let's look at the market. So DXY is forming the continuation pattern formation. Yeah, so last week we were talking about that pattern formation. Yeah, so what I'm looking for another leg to the downside, something like that. Yeah, if that is not going to happen, at least you're going to see something like that move double bottom. Yeah, up to that area. So watch the top. All right, so watch that top. Last week, what we were anticipating that kind of pattern formation at this area. Yeah, something like that formation. All right, so we can see that it formed the flag and broken down. Yeah, so one more up move is possible. If that is going to happen, sell it again from top to downside. So I hope we're gonna see something like that and break down. All right, so I don't see that DXY is going to continue longer term for the upside, because the way it is rising, soon we're gonna see the breakdown. At least we're gonna see the retest at the bottom. Yeah, at least we're gonna see the retest up to that area. All right, so it is forming continuation formation, so keep an eye. If DXY is going to drop, we're going to see the rise on the Euro USD. All right, so what we were looking for on the Euro USD, we were looking for the head and shoulder formation, if you fellows remember that. Yeah, and that head and shoulder formation seems to me that it is not going to continue to the downside. Yeah, another leg we may see back to the top, that formation. Yeah, so it can get back to the top for another leg. Yeah, so I think I have posted a chart on the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame idea. I posted this area, so it should be there, that head and shoulder formation. Yeah. So the way it is falling seems to me that it is not going to continue up to the bottom. Also, DXY is showing us one more up leg. Yeah, that head and shoulder formation. Yeah, we can see that head and shoulder formation formed over there. So it seems to me that this head and shoulder formation is going to change, not going to continue. Yeah, so we are going to have another leg back to the top, and DXY is also showing that move, one more move down. Yeah, if that is going to happen, so we're gonna see USD chief breakdown or continuation to downside. USD and all pound pairs gonna react according to that move, because the way DXY gonna move. All right, so one more up move is possible on Euro USD. So similar formation, looks like similar formation is appearing, but slightly gone above that. Slightly gone above that at this area. Yeah, so currently I can see that it is forming something like that. Yeah, the flat formation. You can see over there flat formation. So this formation we are having on most of the pound pairs, almost on all pound pairs. So all pound pairs formed impulsive move, and the last week went into a correction. Yeah, like flat channel or ABC move for the next leg. So we're going to look at those pound pairs as well. So if this move is going to happen like that, this move is going to happen like corrective move, not impulsive, then watch for that move back to that top. Yeah, so dollar was getting strength because of the tax reform, and also next month we are having some interest rate rise, and we are close to the year. I mean, year is going to end, so dollar gonna be slightly, we can say that, you know, some demand or you know I mean, I don't see there's a big move on the XY or on dollar pairs. Yeah. So at the start of the week, I can see that clearly we're gonna see weaknesses, weaknesses into the dollar pairs. Dollar pairs gonna start to fall. So mostly when year ends, we see strength on the dollar pairs. Yeah. So we are going to end the year, and at the start of the year, I'm anticipating weaknesses on the dollar pair for medium term, not for longer term, but medium term. We can see the weaknesses. Yeah, and this move is not going to complete in a 1 week or something like that. Yeah, so it will take some time, like 1 month or 2 months or something like that. You can see over there. Yeah, at September that was the top, and we are close to the November is about to end. Yeah, so September, October, and November, almost three months is going to finish over there. Almost. All right. So it will take time to get back to the top. So I'm looking for the weaknesses on the dollar pair in longer term, or you can say that on medium term. All right. So it can get back to the top. If this move is going to happen, yeah, you can look for sell at this area. Yeah, at this area, look for that short-term trade, that move, and then start to buy back to the top. All right, search the buy setup back to the top. All right, and the USD chief is forming a flag. I can see that is forming very nice impulsive move on lower time frame and rising correctively like that. Yeah, rising correctively. So I'm looking for this to continue to the downside. Alright, so if Euro USD and DXY is going to give us a short-term up move, and forming new high, then you're going to see that this flag highly likely going to change the pattern formation. All right, this flag highly likely going to change the pattern formation. I mean, price can get somewhere here close to these tops. All right, then look for sell. So last week we were anticipating that price is going to go above. We're gonna go above back to that top and somewhere here gonna come close to this area and then gonna give us that move. But seems to me that price action is building at this area and it is forming flag, and just look for the continuation to the downside, breakdown and continuation to the downside. All right, this flag, continuation to the downside. Yeah, if this is going to happen somewhere here, I mean breaking down with impulsive move, then look for breakdown and continuation to the downside. Yeah, so I hope you fellows understand. Okay, so breakdown of that flag and continuation. So USDN is showing us a price section at the top. So most of my traders are already into the sell from the top. Yeah, at this area. So if you remember the last week I told you, look for sell if it is going to test the top. All right, and the way it is falling seems to me that it is not falling so aggressively. Okay, and it can test the top again. All right, and if that is going to happen, then search the sell setup somewhere here at this area, like that pattern formation, head and shoulder. Okay, so we have to look at that, how price is going to appear over there within this circle. Either that move is going to aggressive, it can easily violate that top because the way it is falling is not so aggressive. Okay, so if that is going to happen, those who are holding their short, take up your profit somewhere here, or keep your trade on break even and then search. If you got this hit on break even, then sell from here at this area again. Yeah, something like head and shoulder formation like the Euro USD, and then we're going to monitor how it is going to appear over there. All right, so I don't see that it is going to break above or going to change this pattern formation, this bigger daily sideways anytime soon. Yeah, so yeah, that move may appear over there, something like that. All right, within that wedge. All right, if this is going to happen, you should not be worried about that. Then look for sell again from the top. All right, so we are forming that pattern formation like ending diagonal. All right, or wedge, you can call that wedge. So on lower time frame, so we saw this pair a couple of times in our room, in our trading room. When this was happening, my traders still holding their short from these areas. Yeah, these areas. And if you remember the last week I told you, I'm holding short somewhere here within these areas. Yeah, within these areas, if you remember that. So what it is doing at the current price, I will not ask you to look for short because it has moved with couple of pips. Yeah, I mean couple of pips. So if this is going to happen, that is going to happen, look for sell from the top again. Yeah, of course you can buy for that short term, but we are more on this pair to sell it to the downside rather than buying this pair back to the top. All right, so those who are holding their short, look for this to continue to the downside aggressively. All right, all yen pairs are having us longer term move to the downside, which is just 2 over there on yen pairs. All right, so let me look at the indexes, 2 indexes, then we're going to move on to the downside. Yeah, because these 2 indexes forming a very nice buy setup, and I have posted that buy setup onto the trading view, so I hope you have seen that buy setup already. Okay, so that move. All right, that move, watch this area. Currently it is bearish, but forming a reversal formation, we can see that is your trade. Okay, so that is your trade. So That is your trade. So one more move down is possible because it is forming the flag like that. Okay, like that. So one more move down is possible over there. Then search that trade. Okay, that is your trade for the next week. Search that trade. So personally, I'm already into the buy place somewhere here close to these areas, and I'm looking for this to continue to the downside, continue to the upside. Okay, so keep an eye on this pair and look for upside. Yeah, because it was rising so aggressively to the upside without forming a bigger correction with so much power. Yeah, so the price action we have seen at the top seems to me it's slightly aggressive, and in case if we don't see that move and we are going to have a bigger correction at this area like that, then I will update about that chart. Yeah, so currently we are looking for that trade, short term upside continuation with the uptrend. Yeah, because this pair has a huge potential. This index has a huge potential as we compare to any other. Yeah, so where was the top? The top was at this area. So we are just, going back to that top. All right, so let's see if we're going to get that short-term trade to the upside or not. Okay, so keep an eye. It was trending, very nice trending. Yeah, if you remember the previous forecast, I told you what that flag when price was somewhere here and then look for buy. Yeah, if you remember the previous weekly market outlook. Yeah, so this time the correction is very slightly sharp as compared to the previous one. Yeah, but search that trade. If this is start to rise aggressively, then buy. I don't see that this is going to go, this is going to get down somewhere, for within these areas. I don't see that is going to happen because the trend is still strong for the upside. If so, if I get stopped out on this trade, I'll buy it again. Yeah, this is the Nike is this strong index which is just rising for the upside. Yeah, so there is a potential for continuation to the upside, and on this pair as well. Yeah, Russell 2000 last week, if you remember that I told you it was rising correctively. Let me remove that trend line. Yeah, it was rising correctively and we may see one more move down. Yeah, so that move appeared over there. That is your trade. Okay, back to that top or continuation to the upside. So watch the bottom. We are having the similar formation, the formation I have shown you into the other, like Nike, similar formation. Yeah, this formation is just appearing over there. Yeah, so it can fall down for another leg. So this is the reversal formation which is just developing for upside. Yeah, so watch these bottoms for buy to the upside. All right, so keep an eye on this one. Very nice buy setup is just developing over there on Russell 2000, and we are looking for this to continue for at least up to 127. And S&P 500 is also forming a short-term buy setup. Longer term, we are not looking to sell this pair. We are looking to buy S&P 500. All right, so some of my traders are already into that trade. I missed that trade with 1 point when it came somewhere here. My entry was close to the 64. I missed that entry. Yeah, so that is your trade. Yeah, that it come close to this bottom, buy and look for the continuation up to the 127. Very easy, it can reach up to that area. Yeah, so if this is not going to hit the 127 and going to hit the previous stop, perfect, take your profit. Yeah, so it looks like this tool is not working properly. Yeah, so at least up to this area. Okay, that is your trade. That is your trade. If that is going to continue further for upside, going beyond the 27, stay into that trade. Yeah, all right, so if it is going to fall beyond these areas, don't look for sell. Okay, only look for buy. Yeah, buy the pullbacks, buy the dips. Yeah, buy the dips on S&P 500 or on other indexes as well. Yeah, so the experienced traders don't sell this. They are not selling. They are just buying the dips. Yeah, because they are running into the one direction. So any pullback, either degree they are doing, yeah, just look for buy. at this area, look for that trade. If it is going to continue, perfect, stay in, look for further continuation to the upside. Okay, so S&P 500, Euro yen, if you remember the last week I told you, we can see the continuation formation, and then we're going to look at the bottom. Either we are having continuation to the downside or not. So seems to me it is holding. Yeah, if you remember that last week I told you, watch the continuation formation and then drop. So we are holding, so we haven't broken down that bottom, so we are holding. So looks like we are getting into the back within the bigger correction. Alright, so currently I don't see there is a trade setup on the current price. You should be into the buy when price was somewhere here at this area. You should be into the buy for that up trade. So I'm not interested to buy at this area, and even I'm not interested to sell at this area because we are in the bigger correction. Alright, so if you are holding your short from that area, then stay into that trade. If you are holding your short from this area and it is going to stop you out on break even, then perfect. Take off on break even and let the market continue back to that top, and then look for sell again to the downside. All right, so upside is upside potential is very small, and downside potential is a huge over there. All right, so it is similar like the previous week. We haven't seen big changes on the euro yen, so let's see what we're gonna get next week. Okay, so pound yen, as I told you, almost all pound pairs are forming a similar pattern formation. Yeah, so some traders, they think that they are the only one who can anticipate the market, others can't. Yeah, that's just for, they are just, selling their stuff to the people. That's it, nothing else. All right, so this is the pattern formation which was forming on the CAD yen. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later on. Let me talk about the other, like on the pound chief. I think we had the, yeah, that's the CAD yen. So we're going to talk about that later on. So let me look at the pound yen. That's that is not the pound yen, that is the pound chief, but patterns are same. Okay, so we were, and when price was there, we were anticipating that pattern formation. Even it forms, before its formation, we were anticipating that pattern formation. So we were holding short at this area, and we were looking for this to continue. The way it was falling, it wasn't convincing us that it is going to continue to the downside. Yeah, so we have seen an up move. That is what we were anticipating. So a couple of my traders are already into the short side at this area, and I personally also holding my short on the pound chief as well. So all pound pairs are forming a similar pattern formation. Yeah, similar pattern formation. The bigger picture on the pound yen is similar like the previous. Yeah, so the way we are looking for on the pound yen is that, yeah, we haven't seen change in that formation. Yeah, we haven't seen that change in that formation. Okay, but next week, where you need to pay attention, first of all, you need to pay attention on this area. Okay, so we had seen the breakout, we sold that area. No, watch that top. Okay, once price gonna test that top, watch, that is your trade, and then search this continuation to the downside. Yeah, that is your trade. If this is not going to happen, so seems to me that price gonna open with gap, because there was some news event over the weekend. So price gonna open with gap. So if it is going to open with gap to the downside, you're not gonna see that move. It's gonna open somewhere here and gonna already completed that move somewhere here. So you're gonna miss that move. All right, so we are already in these trades, some of these trades, since last week. So we are looking for this to continue to the downside. Yeah, at this area, pay attention. That is your trade, and then continuation. Yeah, if that is not going to happen in any case, this pair is going to rise. Yeah, not going to break down. So where you need to pay attention at this area. Yeah? Let it come close to that top. Yeah, like that. Yeah, so similar like the previous weeks. So then search the sell from that top. Don't go for that buy. Yeah, so bigger trade to the downside, similar like the way you have done at this area. Yeah, the way you have done, some of my fellows sold at this area. Yeah, so we are selling this pair from this area. Okay, so if it is going to test that upper channel line close to these areas 153, then sell it. All right, sell it. Okay, so let's see if you're going to test that area or not. So far you need to pay attention at this area, yeah, and that is your trade. Okay, continuation. So almost all pound pairs are forming similar pattern formation. You just need to pay attention at the same place. Yeah, so one of my traders even found this pattern formation before its formation. Yeah, price was somewhere here at this area. He did an excellent job. That is the formation, that is the place, that is the trade you need to look for. If it is going to break out, let it come close to the top, search the sell from the top again. Okay, this is the pound chief. Bigger structure is quite similar like the previous week. We haven't seen the big movement last week. Yeah, if this is going to happen, that is your trade. All right, like that is your trade. Okay, this is not your trade. All right, this is not your trade. So a couple of more candles to the upside is not your trade. So your trades are to the downside. Why to the downside? Because the bigger trend is to the downside. So bigger and stronger trend is to the downside, not to the upside. Yeah, so there is a lot of uncertainty still in the UK for the for Brexit. Okay, so I don't see pound is going to get stronger in longer term. All right, so watch that top, search the sell from the top. Currently we are holding short. We got the breakout last week, but price did not continue, reverse back. Now we're gonna look for that to continue to the downside. Okay, so pound chief and the pound Aussie dollar, we got the breakout. We were looking for this pair to continue to the downside at this area. Yeah, so some of my traders sold too early and they got the break-even trade. Even they sold at this area as well. So I personally sold that pair at this area, and I have shown that trade to my group members where I sold. So because we were having some, you know, learning thing on this trade as well. So I got that trade at this area, and I think maybe I have deleted that image. I'm not sure. Let me look at that if I got that. Yes, I think I have deleted that image. Otherwise, I show you where I got that entry. Okay, so some of my traders sold at this area. I personally sold at this area. We were looking for this to continue to the downside. So that pattern changed. I think I updated that chart or not. I'm not sure. No, I didn't update that chart. Yeah, so we have seen the changing pattern formation at this area, and price rose back to the top again. Yeah, so it is still continuation formation for the downside. All right, you can see over there that impulse hasn't validated by this move. Yeah, so that trade, that is your trade for next week. Okay, that is your trade. First of all, look for that trade. If it is going to break this trend line, stay to that trade for the downside. Yeah, so weakness on the pound pairs. Okay, this trade, that is your trade for next week. Okay, so this is the place you need to pay attention. A couple of more candles can form, can come somewhere here within these areas, so you should not worry about that. If this top is going to test by the price, sell. All right, sell this area. That is your trade. Okay, and then stay into that trade and watch how far that trade is going to go. Yeah, so your first target going to be close to the previous bottom at this area. If price is going to break down, going to come somewhere here, that is what we are looking for. 61 areas, even further downside. Okay, so this is the place you need to pay attention for the downside on pound Aussie dollar. So bigger structure, I don't see the big move is going to happen over there on this pair right now. So we are forming something like that. Yeah, forming something like that. So at this area, yeah, at this area, if it is going to test that area, you need to sell like that trade. That trade you need to search for. Okay, so I don't see it is going to do something like that because it is struggling. So let's see what we're gonna get. We are short on the pound Aussie dollar. Yeah, so that is your trade. Search, keep an eye. Similar formation is here. Last week, what we were looking for, personally, I'm not interested on this pair because this pair is not showing me a potential either direction. So this is small and that is small. So within this bigger structure, yeah. So you can take short-term trades, but longer-term trade, this pair is not at a good place to hold the longer-term trade as compared to the pound yen, and the pound Aussie dollar, yeah. So pound USD is already into the bigger correction, pound USD, yeah, within the bigger correction. And even pound New Zealand dollar is also at a good place at the top, yeah. So short-term trade, similar like the other pound pairs, similar pattern formation, yeah. So watch that top, that is your trade for next week, that top, all right, this previous top, that is your trade. If it is going to continue, stay into that trade, yeah. That is the place you need to watch if this is going to get back within that channel again, okay. So that is the trade you need to watch. If it is not going to break down that channel, this channel, yeah, this channel, not going to break down that channel and going to get back, so take up your trade at this area and search that trade, all right. Similar like the previous week. So far I can see that it is forming a continuation formation to the downside after performing very nice impulsive move. So you should look for continuation to the downside, yeah, that trade. So pound USD is just getting back within the bigger daily correction which we were having since very long, yeah. So we are still looking for this weekly to continue to the downside, yeah. We are running above that trend line, okay. We are running above that trend line, okay, this area. All right, so let's look at the lower time frame where you need to pay attention, yeah. So currently I want to see price somewhere here, yeah, at this area for that trade, yeah. So what it can do, it can, you know, keep falling at this area but will not give me a perfect trade setup, yeah. So if you remember that last week we were anticipating that move was possible. I wasn't, you know, interested to buy within that move. I'm more interested to go for short on the pound USD rather than for the buy, yeah, because the way it is behaving seems to me in longer term we're going to see the breakdown to the downside on the pound pairs. All right, so let it come close to the upper channel line or upper flat pattern somewhere here close to that trend line, that is your trade, okay. And watch the continuation to the downside for longer term, okay. That is your trade and continuation to the downside, yeah. It can break down and continue, but you know, I will not suggest you to go for short at this area because the probabilities are very much high to go in both ways, yeah. It can go into that way and that way, yeah. So better place going to be at this area, yeah. Test that top for safe stop placement, okay, for safe stop placement. So let the market come close to the per channel line and then search the sell from that top, okay. So rising correctively, that's good for us to go for short on it. So euro pound, we were buying this pair at the bottom at this area. I will show you, okay. So I'm still looking for this formation to appear over there, this formation, yeah, this formation similar like the formation I have just shown you on all pound pairs, yeah. This is the bigger one, yeah. This is the bigger one, like that, this move completion, that move completion, yeah. So if you remember that we were selling this pair from that top. Now let's look at the lower time frame, what opportunity we may see. So last week I told you, if you remember that, last week I told you, watch that flag to break out and go for buying, yeah. So we haven't seen price action. We were tracking that move all week in our own, yeah. We have seen that continuation, broken down that continuation, so, and here we started to buy at this area when that was happening. Some of my traders, I personally bought at this area, and some of my traders bought at this area, yeah. And continuation, we were looking for, some of my traders even bought at this area, that breakout, yeah. So we were looking for this to continue for the upside back to that top. But unfortunately, the way price was doing at this area, it was telling us that no, it is not going to continue to the upside and one more move down is possible. Yeah, the way it was rising. All right, so what is next? How we can trade on this pair for next? Okay, so watch this area. Okay, that is your area to pay attention, or this is the area where you need to pay attention. Okay, where the impulsive move has generated itself, that is the strength of that move, where the buyers are sitting with so much power. And this area, let it come close to somewhere here, and that is your trade. Yeah, if it is not going to respect this area, going to come somewhere here, perfect, you're gonna get a nice opportunity somewhere here close to that bottom for that up move. Okay, so we are still holding buy at this area. I don't want to see this pair to come somewhere here. I want to see this pair to start somewhere here rather than coming close to this area. Yeah, so if you are not into that trade, then let the market come close to these areas or these areas, then buy. Yeah, then buy if we are going to get stopped out. So our stop somewhere here within this area. Yeah, so if this is going to break down, we're gonna see that it is going to change the pattern formation. Yeah, then we're gonna reanalyze this chart, and if it will be possible, I will try my best to post this chart on the trading view for short-term trade setup. Okay, so far that is your trade. Yeah, search that trade. If that is going to happen, then look for sell from the top again. So we're gonna analyze how far, how fast, and how strong price is going to test that top, this area. Okay, so that was the continuation formation. Yeah, for one more move done. Yeah, so that possibility is possible over there. Yeah, that 1 2 3 move. Yeah, so it is quite similar like the lower time frame, if you understand that. Yeah, so you just need to understand the pattern formation. Yeah, because that is the bigger degree, this is the lower degree. Yeah, this formation is the bigger degree. Yeah, so one more move down like that is possible at this area. Okay, that move is possible at this area. Okay, so we may see short-term buy in next week on this pair, strength on the euro. Yeah, short-term strength. Euro USD is also looking for upside, and then we're gonna start to sell this pair from that top. So pound New Zealand dollar is quite similar like other, right? So pound New Zealand dollar is similar like the other pairs. Okay, so something like that formation is forming. We are testing that area, this area. Yeah, this area. So forming impulsive move continuation, then pay attention at this area, similar like other pound pairs. Okay, similar like other pound pairs, similar pattern formation. So that is your trade for next week. Putting stop behind that, that is the trade. If it is going to continue, stay into that trade for longer term. All right, if it is not going to give you that move, going to get back to that top, search the sell from that top for the downside. Okay, so keep an eye on the pound New Zealand dollar. We are bearish. USD CAD. USD CAD is done what we were anticipating last week. Yeah, so I hope you all can see that it is forming a very nice corrective continuation pattern formation for upside. And last week I told you we may see that move. All right, so we may see that move. This is the continuation formation. Yeah, so where we are, let's look at that. Where we are, which structure we are testing. We are testing this structure, right? This is the bigger daily trend line. That area, you can see where the price is just sitting over there, and how it is falling. It is falling correctively. Yeah, so that move we may see over there. So I think you fellas can see that it is, you know, falling correctively. You can see over there it is forming flag. I think you all can see that. Yeah, it is forming flag. So you should not be into that trade, into the buy. Yeah, you should not be into the buy at the current price. You all can see that. So what it can do, it can break down something like that, and once it's gonna give you something like that move, right? So if this move is going to start from the current price like that, start to buy. Yeah, start to buy. So this buy, the buy we are looking for because of this the weakness on the CAD, not the weakness on the, not the strength on the US dollar. Yeah, so whatever the reason is the rise, so ignore that. So just need to look at this the price behavior, how price is just going to behave over there. Okay, so this area is very important, this part. You can see over there how buyers were doing over there. Yeah, so this is the impulsive move. Most of the time you're going to see that price, do not violate these areas. You can see over there, price tested that impulsive move and went back. Yeah, just look at your charts and analyze these areas. Okay, price respect the impulsive areas, impulsive move. So this area is very, very important. Yeah, so like that. So if this move is going to start over there, just start to buy. All right, so for downside, what we need to look for, okay, in case if it is not going to rise aggressively to the upside and going to break down. Yeah, so if it is going to break down, the potential is going to be very, very high over there. Yeah, this area it can test, it can keep falling up to that bottom. So what we need to look for that, first of all, we need to see the breakout of that trend. So breakout with stronger candles, something like that. All right, not the corrective candles, stronger candles at this area. Okay, and then we're gonna see the continuation formation on lower time frame for that move. All right, so we're gonna see the continuation formations on lower time frame for that move. So be patient. So far, what you need to look for, you need to look for that up move, like that move, right? Like that move. Okay, that move within that bearish continuation formation. Okay, so this move in longer term going to be over there. If it is not going to appear from this area, we're going to search the sell setup from the top. Okay, so I'm more interested to see the up move on this pair rather than to see the breakdown of this bullish trend line. All right, so keep an eye at this area. That is your trade. All right, that something like that. Okay, this is the flag for the downside. So a couple of more candles may appear over there. So these candles should not worry, should not frustrate you. Okay, so will still be a continuation formation. I mean, you need to understand how it is breaking that trend line. Yeah, it all depends on the strength of the market. Yeah, so when price is just behaving over our trend lines, yeah, and going above or below that trend line, yeah, so we look at the strength of the market, we look at the strength of that move, how that move is going to behave over that trend line. Yeah, I can give you example so that you fellows can understand. All right, so we have an example, very nice example. So Bitcoin is forming a very, very nice buy setup over there. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the crypto market as well. So let me finish the Forex. So Forex market was pretty slow last week, wasn't moving so aggressively. All right, so Forex market wasn't moving, and we were anticipating that even at the start of the week, if you remember that. So I told you maybe the last week we gonna be a strong week or a volatile week. So the week wasn't volatile as we were anticipating. So let me look at the Bitcoin chart. There is a Bitcoin chart and the example we are having on the Bitcoin. All right, so this is the trend line, for example, just for that is the chart I posted over there. Okay, so what it is doing, just look at that, hitting the trend line with so much power and getting in the trend with strength, with so much power. Yeah, at this area. So those who trade based on the candlestick pattern formation, they understand the strength of this candle. Yeah, they understand the strength of this candle. Yeah, so price bounced back. We were anticipating price action at that trend line. So nice price action is just appearing over there close to that trend line, that area. Yeah, so impulsive move. So this kind of price action we need to search over there over the trend lines. Yeah, I mean aggressive price action. Yeah, that was very nice price action. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin, how we need to look at the Bitcoin. All right, so let me finish the Forex first. All right, so a couple of candles should not worry about, you should not be worried about those couple of candles. Yeah, a couple of candles mean corrective candles. So strong candle is going to violate the structure. All right, strong impulsive candle is going to break this up move. Okay, then we're going to look for continuation and then start to sell to the downside. Okay, so USD CAD, one more up move is possible. Search the impulsive move and look for buy. So New Zealand dollar is not doing anything, just ignore that. So New Zealand dollar is doing what we were anticipating last week. Let me remove that. So, and just look at the pattern. Is that pattern a reversal or continuation? So those fellows who are following me on that move, yeah, this wheel, they understand what kind of formation is this, yeah? Those who are following, those who are selling this pair from that top with me, yeah, or at least at this area, or at least, yeah, I haven't posted that chart in the for the public, but posted that chart for the paid member, yeah. So what it can do, at least we can see that move. At least it should give us that move. At least it should give us that move. Yeah. So what USD CAD is doing, one more up move possible on the USD CAD. If that move is going to happen over there, highly likely we'll get that move. Means that strength on dollar pair against these currencies. I mean against the Aussie dollar, against the CAD, against the New Zealand dollar. Yeah. Okay. So that move, okay, that move. So we're gonna see how far that move gonna go. All right, how far that move gonna go. So let's look at the bigger chart. That is the pattern we are breaking. This bigger pattern formation we are breaking. If you remember the previous outlooks, yeah. Okay, so we are forming flag at this area. Currently, that flag hasn't completed according to our anticipation. That flag hasn't completed. If that flag is going to break down before that, we just need to look at the strength of the break, and we just need to start to sell. Okay, so according to my opinion, it can form a couple of more candles at this area according to my experience. Okay, so my experience is saying that couple of more candles can appear over there, yeah, something like that. Yeah, so we start to sell this pair at this area, something like that. Yeah, and we got some of my fellows got break-even trade at this area. Even price went, and we have already prepared for that spike up to the 786 at this area. Yeah, so these kind of couple of more candles can appear over here at the current price. Yeah, these kind of couple of more candles can appear over there. If so, let this bigger daily continuation formation to complete and look for breakdown to the downside. Yeah, so where you need to look for a sell, you need to look for sell every time when it is coming close to the top. If you remember the previous weekly market outlook, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so where we were last week, we were at this area. Yeah, and I told you selling this pair gonna carry a risk, and also that wasn't the sell place. Yeah, so you should be into that sell somewhere here at that top. Yeah, this area. Yeah, so some of my traders already looking to sell at this area. So similar like that, let the price come close to that trend line. Okay, similar like the previous week. Okay, I'm not showing you new thing over there. All right, so just repeating the previous weekly steps. Okay, if you understand how these patterns appear, then you understand where is the next move. Okay, so last week I told you search the sell setup at this area, that move. We haven't seen the breakout, yeah, and the way it is falling, you can see over there, it is showing one more up move. Yeah, very nice flag at this area. Okay, so where you need to pay attention, that's all. If price is going to test this area or that area, then you need to be interested to sell to the downside. Okay, so buying and selling at the current price carry risk. Yeah, the way we have seen that move last week, broken down and reverse back. Okay, so it can do like that again, reverse back. All right, so be careful at this area. Okay, so you should be into that trade as much high as possible for the downside. Yeah, so what will happen if you're going to sell from the top? You can manage your risk. So selling at this area, you will not be able to manage your risk. Okay, careful. Some traders are going to show you, sell at this area or at this area or this area. Yeah, so don't do that. All right, so try to get into the market as much high as possible so that you can manage your risk. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get the breakout on this daily flag or not. Yeah, so of course we're gonna look at this bottom next week. All right, next week. If this is going to stop at this bottom and going to form a double bottom, we will start to buy this pair. Yeah, like that, if you remember that chart. I think I have the ideas over there. Let me look at that if you're going to get an idea over there. I posted chart over there, but that's that yeah before that, and that was here. That shot was here. Yeah, so we were looking for. I think we were looking for that one more move somewhere here. Yeah, that is the shot. We haven't got that move, but yeah, price. We were looking for that to continue to the downside. We haven't got that move, and price just reverse aggressively start to rise to the upside. Okay, so we're gonna pay attention at the bottom when we're gonna see the breakout, how that flag, bigger flag, is going to break and how it is going to behave at this bottom. Okay, it can form double bottom and start to reverse back within the bigger correction, bigger structure. Okay, so far you just need to look for that trade. All right, that trade. That is your trade, yeah. Okay, so let me show you examples so that you fellas can understand how these patterns form. Let me go back to this area. Okay, so that was the pattern. No, not that chart. That was the chart. Okay, that was the chart. We were selling from that top. All right, so that move appeared over there, by the way. That wave slightly went above that. That wave is just appearing over there. Okay, so like this. All right, so every time when price is just coming close to that top, that is your sell place. And that was the bigger formation which was forming over there. That was the trade. That is the continuation formation. Okay, so you should be into that trade once price is gonna pass that top. Okay, so we have seen breakout and continuation going well. We were selling every time when it was pulling back, coming close to the trend line. Yeah, so similar like that. All right. I think I posted that chart here as well. So the reason to show you these charts so that you can understand where is your buyer sell place. Okay, where is your entry place. Yeah, so we were looking for sell at this area. We were watching price action. Price respected that and went above that. We were prepared for that and we sold even within these areas as well. Yeah, okay, so somewhere here at this area. Okay, let it come close to that top. That is your trade. All right, so let's see how far New Zealand dollar is going to go. Either we are having a complete big impulsive move to the downside like that, or we are going to have a reversal. If we will see a reversal on the New Zealand dollar, of course we will start to buy back up to that top. Okay, yeah, something like that. Let's see how far this flag is going to go. So Aussie USD, similar formation is here, quite similar like the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so this is a bigger daily flag. That is the move. You need to look for that trade. All right, that is your trade. Okay, that is your trade, and then watch if this is going to break or not, or we're going to have another up leg within that channel. Okay, so where is your sell place? So last week, what I have shown you pattern formation, something like that. We haven't seen that pattern formation, unfortunately. Price never been up to that area. Yeah, something like that, if you remember that. Okay, so price staying within these areas. Yeah, that is what we were anticipating last week. So less movement in the forex market. Okay, so we are still in the sideways market. So a selling within this area doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so your entry should be close to this area or that area. Okay, so we are still holding some of my trades still holding short within these areas. If you remember that I told you, I think last week we were holding short at this area. Yeah, we were looking for this to continue to downside. Okay, so search the sell as much high as possible, so that you can manage your risk over there. Okay, something like that. Put stop behind these areas, and that is your trade. Okay, that is your trade, something like that. So watch these areas as well. Okay, these areas, this is the formation you need to pay attention. This area and that area, that is your trade. Okay, so what we need to look for reversal, we need to look for a stronger breakup of that bearish trend. Okay, we need to look for stronger. I don't think so that is going to break up. The way it is just behaving, it should break down aggressively. Yeah, so if that is going to happen like that, it is going to break above this trend line with so much power, we will look for continuation and then start to buy back to that top. Okay, I don't think so that is going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, until we're gonna see the change in formation of that pattern. Yeah, this is very nice bearish pattern. It has to break down first before giving us that move. Yeah, it has to break down before giving us that move. So let's see how this pair is gonna behave next week. All right, so watch the upper channel line. All right, so this area, if it is going to test this area, that is your trade. Yeah, I will not suggest you to go for short at this area. All right, these are not the places to go for short. If this is going to continue, you should be into that trade from somewhere here when that flag is forming. Yeah, or at least at this area when that flag is forming, or at least at this area. Yeah, if you understand the formations or corrective structures, so you should be into that trade before price comes somewhere here. Yeah, so don't search the flag or something like that within the bigger corrective structures. Most of the time you're gonna end up with losing trade. Yeah, so understand the bigger formations as well. Yeah, and get into the market on a safe place, at a good place. All right, so Euro New Zealand dollar, we got the move we were looking for at this area. Let me show you the bigger picture. Okay, so that is the bigger picture. We may see another move back to that top. Okay, we were anticipating that move to come somewhere here at this area. That move may appear over there. Okay, why that move may appear over there? Because of what? Because of euro or because of New Zealand dollar? So what I have just shown you on New Zealand dollar, upside or downside? Yeah, downside. If New Zealand dollar is going to drop, that flag is going to drop. So what will happen here? This is not going to continue to the downside. Yeah, so understand the other pairs as well while you are opening your trades on others. Okay, what they are doing. Okay, how New Zealand dollar or how euro is behaving across the board. Okay, so I would love to see that move and then that move back to that top. Okay, so the bigger structure is something like that. I don't see that this pair is going to move so fast next week. Yeah, so far you just need to look for another up leg within that bigger corrective structure. Okay, so what was the last move, the move we were looking for? I hope you fellas took some profit on this move. That move was nice and hitting at that trend line. All right, so we are sitting at that trend line. All right, so this move, yeah, let that move complete and then start to buy. Okay, close this area or even at this area. Okay, this area. So why I'm showing you areas, because these are the areas where pattern completes. Yeah, I can say something like sell this, sell at this area, put stop behind that, but this is not a trade setup. This is not a trade setup. Okay, you only just guessing that price gonna reverse to the downside. Okay, so where the bigger pattern or bigger structure gonna complete and the probability is gonna be increased over there, you need to look for trade setup over there. Okay, not on the running candles or on the moving markets. Yeah, so moving market does not form the trade setup. I mean, running candles or like that. This candle, this is the running candle or impulsive candle breaking down. This is not the sell place. All right, so we were looking for sell somewhere here when this structure and pattern was completing over there. Okay, so I can show you sell here, put stop here, and look for that trade. No, that's not a best opportunity. So you need to look for opportunity over there where the probabilities are very high. Okay, but probabilities are very much high to be a successful. All right, so let the market come close to somewhere here or at this area. Then what will happen? It will complete a structure, a pattern, which gonna be a reversal formation, yeah, and then you need to look for that trade. Okay, that move. Okay, the weight is rising, showing me another leg to the downside. Okay, so these areas, put stop behind that, that is your trade. So before buying or selling, you need to see the price behavior, how price is just reacting over there in those areas. Okay, the areas I'm showing you, that doesn't mean you just once price is just testing those areas, you just need to straight away buy or sell. No, you need to understand the price behavior, price action, how price appear over there on your interesting areas, or areas where you are looking to buy or sell. Okay, so be careful, let the price come close to the bottom or trend line, then look for buy back to that trough. Be highly likely you're going to see that move. So Uzi Yen, I haven't changed my view on it. My bigger view is this, yeah, longer term. So longer term, all yen pairs are showing a move, big move to the downside. So what all indexes are doing, if you understand the indexes, if you understand the safe havens, if you understand the uncertainties, yeah, so all indexes are rising with so much power, forming new highs. Yeah, S&P forming new high, Nasdaq 100 forming new high. See, I think since 1993 or 1997, or Nike, sorry, Nike is forming new high since 1993 or 1997. So we have just seen that chart as well at the start of the meeting. Yeah, other Nasdaq 100 index, that is forming new high. So all indexes are forming new highs. That means people putting their money into indexes or stocks. Yeah, so we are having a bigger correction due on the indexes. Yeah, a bigger correction is due on the indexes. So when that correction gonna start, all yen pairs gonna start to move with so much power. Yeah, the move I'm showing you on yen pairs across the board, we're gonna get that move. Uzi yen gonna drop, euro yen gonna drop, yeah, CAD yen gonna drop, euro yen gonna drop, yeah, pound yen gonna drop. So big move is due on yen pairs. Big move is due on yen pairs. Yeah. So what all indexes are doing, just have a look at the indexes. Okay. What S&P 500 is doing? Look at that. 2581 new high. What Nike is doing? A recent new high since, let me look at the date when it was formed, that high. That was the date. Yeah, 1996. Yeah, 1997 almost. Yeah, so new high. So almost all indexes forming new high. So when these correction gonna start, people are gonna pull off their money off from these indexes and gonna put gold, gonna buy the gold, gonna buy the silver, gonna buy the cheap, gonna buy the yen. Okay, so that big move is due. That big move is due on CAD cheap. That big move is due on USD cheap. That big move is due on Uzi cheap. That big move is due on all yen pairs. Okay, and that big move is about to come. All right, so be prepared for that move. All right, so Uzi yen is also forming that big move to the downside, so setting up for that big move. Yeah, so currently I don't see there is a trade setup. You just need to stay away and keep an eye when that move is about to start. All right, so it is forming a couple of corrective candles on bigger time frame. That is the move I'm looking for, at least up to that bottom. Okay, so on lower time frame, if it is going to happen, that is going to happen. Sell. We are testing that top. Sell. That is your trade. Okay, keep this chart in your watch list. Yeah, or you can take a picture and save that picture wherever you want and watch that picture after 1 year or after a couple of months, like 6 months or 3 months or 4 months, something like that. Okay, so this move gonna happen. All right, this move gonna happen. So when similar like New Zealand CAD, yeah, when everyone was just buying the New Zealand dollar, not CAD, New Zealand dollar, and it was at the top, everyone was saying that New Zealand dollar is just going out of the sky or somewhere. I don't know where they are talking about. What has happened over there? New Zealand dollar dropped. Yeah, USD CAD dropped. all big moves we have seen on those pairs. So similar like that, big move is due on yen pairs. Okay, so when that move is going to appear over there, you should be into that wave. Okay, so let's look at the opportunities for the next week. I don't see this pair is at a good place for next week. So I will ignore this pair for next week, and if it is going to change the formation for next week and going to get back within these areas, we will be seller on this pair. Yeah, so what it can do, it can keep pushing like that the way it is doing. Yeah, so if you want to trade, still want to trade, then buy short term for upside. Okay, buy for short term upside back to that top. So once we're going to see it is going to come close to within these areas, we will start to sell it for longer time to the downside. Yeah, I will update about that chart. Okay, I will definitely update about that chart. Yes, we are having the bigger wave to the downside, and it has started, and all yen pairs have started that move. Okay, so for short term, buy side is possible. So here we got the CAD yen. CAD yen is much better opportunity as we compare to the Aussie yen. Yeah, so you can take a trade on this pair. So we were looking for this formation in our room. Yeah, and some of my fellows got the break-even trade, and some of my fellows are still holding. I personally still holding the short. Yeah, and that flag is just forming over there. Let me look at that image. I think I have shared that image at the start of the meeting as well. Yes, here we got the CAD yen. We were looking for this formation to complete that formation. Yeah, that formation. So this formation completed at this area. So we got that move. Some of my traders got profit at this area and got the break-even trade. I personally, I'm still holding. Yeah, so if you are not into that trade, then search sell at this area. Yeah, that is your trade. So this is much better as we compare to the Aussie yen. Okay, CAD yen is much better. So we're gonna see how far that move gonna go. Are we going to break down at this area or not next week? Yeah, so this is the invalidation point. Let it come close. If it is going to go above that, this trend, let's look at the chart. Let me close this image. All right, so if this is, I don't see that is going to happen. All right, I don't see that is going to happen. If in any case that is going to happen, then let it break above this trend line, let it come close to within these areas. We will start to sell this pair for longer term to the downside. Yeah, similar like the Aussie yen. Okay, we will start to sell this pair for longer term to the downside. So big move is due on this pair as well. Yeah, if this is going to happen, that formation, come on, that formation, yeah, that is the trade. Okay, bigger trade, that move, that way. All right, so far I'm not anticipating that it's going to happen. I'm looking for that move. So let's see if we're going to get that move or not. Okay, next week. So keep an eye at that top. That is your trade in this area. That is the validation point. That is your trade. Watch this area and look for continuation to the downside. Okay, so CAD sheet is quite similar, like this. Okay, so the bigger structure is similar like the previous one. All right, so the bigger wave is due on this safe haven. That is the move we are looking for. Search the sell at this area. Okay, sell the CAD sheet. If it is not going to continue from the current price to the downside and going to get back, I mean, from a couple of candles like that, the way you have done at this area, sell it again from that top. Okay, from this area. You can see over there how strong impulsive move was there. Yeah, and the other indexes which I have just shown you, you need to understand that scenario as well. Okay, so that scenario you need to understand as well. So catch if big move is due, maybe we're not going to see that move next week. So if you're going to see that move up to this area, that's going to be much better. Yeah, at least at this area, that's going to be much better. So sell at this area. Yeah, there is no buy setup. Don't go for buy. Don't go for that couple of candles. Go for short. And EuroCAD, yeah, so EuroCAD is just forming the formation we were anticipating last week. We were anticipating that formation somewhere here. Let me show you where. Yeah, I hope you fellas took some profit on this trade, yeah, and are still holding. So we were anticipating that formation somewhere here, but we got that formation somewhere here. Okay, so that is much better from the CAD sheet rather than buying the CAD sheet. This is much better to go for short. Okay, so personally, I'm not interested to sell at the current price because I'm still holding. Yeah, some of my trades are holding from these areas. All right, and I got the break-even trade as well. I sold at this area and got the break-even trade as well. Yeah, but managed to get in again. All right, so I'm not interested to. I will not suggest you to look for sell at this area because it is within the bigger structure, and maybe after getting that trade, you're gonna get stopped out a couple of times, and then gonna get that trade. So there are other opportunities which I have just shown you. Try that. Try those opportunities. Yeah, rather than picking the bad one. Okay, so those fellows who are just holding the EuroCAD short, maximize your profit rather than looking for trade at the current price. Okay, maximize your profit on this trade. Yeah, so this trade, yeah, maximize your profit. Yeah, maximize your profit at this area. All right. Okay, so if still you are interested to sell this pair, then watch that area. Okay, that area, watch that area. That is the place you need to pay attention for that short rather than selling the breakout. Okay, EuroCAD and Aussie New Zealand dollar. Aussie New Zealand dollar is much better opportunity. Yeah, so what it is doing, New Zealand dollar, what it is doing on the against the New Zealand dollar. Okay, forming a bigger flag. If that flag is going to break down, this flag definitely going to push up for one more leg. Okay, that leg. Okay, that leg. So some of my traders have posted that pattern formation into the group. Very nice. Yeah, then we're going to look for the sell from the bigger structure or bigger top. Okay, so where you need to pay attention, if you remember the last week what I told you if this is going to rise correctively, search the sell. I hope you fellows done that and taking some profit. Yeah, I told you search that sell. If that is going to rise correctively, search the sell. I hope you have taken some profit. All right, so I don't see there is a sell set up on the current price. Just look for, let the price come close to somewhere here. That is the place you need to pay attention. That is your trade. Okay, or pay attention at that bottom. Okay, pay attention at that bottom. Let the market give you any other impulsive move at this area, and then that is the move. Okay, search that move back to that top. Something like that move gonna be over there. Yeah, at this area. Okay, so let's see how this pair gonna behave. New Zealand dollar, big move. Big daily breakdown. All right, so Aussie CAD, wash bottom for another move back within the corrective structure. I don't see that is going to continue to the downside. All right, so okay, so CAD pairs about to fall. So if CAD pair is about to fall, this pair will not continue. Yeah, that move, this area. Okay, back within that or up to that bigger structure. Okay, so what is the bigger structure? So the bigger structure is that this is falling correctively, yeah, rising so much power with so much power, aggressively falling correctively. Okay, at that bottom. So that is the trade. Violation is this. This is the area where we can see the violation of the impulsive move. All right, so that area, that is your trade. Okay, so New Zealand CAD, ignore that. Uzi Chief, similar like previous week, just keep selling from the top. Big view, big wave. The wave I have just spoken about that. That wave is just due. That is your trade. You should be into that trade from that top for longer term. Okay, nothing new on the Uzi Chief. Euro Aussie dollar, just ignore that. Yeah, so let's look at the gold. Okay, so I hope you fellas took some profit. Last week I told you buy the bottom at this area. I hope you fellas have taken some profit. If you remember that price was somewhere here and I told you watch a couple of candles and then buy. I hope you have took some profit at this area. Okay, now what is next? What we need to do for next week? Similar like that. So we have broken down that corrective up move. All right, so corrective up move. this is the bigger structure. Okay, so some of you fellows love to draw structures. That is the structure I'm looking for. That is the area we are paying attention. That is the move we are looking for on the gold. Yeah, that is the move we are looking for on the gold. Okay, so that is the bottom. You need to pay attention, similar like the previous week. So invalidation point is this. Okay, so your invalidation point is there, your buy place is there, your stop placement is there. What you just need to look for, how price gonna behave at that area. If price gonna convince you, get into the market, get into the trade. Yeah, similar like the previous week. Let it come close to that bottom, search that trade. Okay, break below will change the pattern formation. All right, break below this area will change the pattern formation. So let's see if we're gonna get that up move or not on gold. I hope we're gonna get that. If not, then I hope you have taken some profit. Yeah, so we bought this pair from this area, so we are buying every time when the gold is just coming close to this area. Okay, so that is your trade. Let's see if we're not gonna get the breakdown. Definitely we're gonna get the up leg. Okay, so, and we're gonna monitor how far gold is gonna go. Okay, we're gonna monitor how far gold gonna go, break above that top or not. So we'll analyze how that move gonna appear over there. Okay, so let's see, fellows. So similar like gold. Okay, so silver is similar like the gold. Yeah, so this move turned into a corrective move. Yeah, corrective move, this bottom. Okay, that is the move. Yeah, A, B, and C. Very simple. Or impulsive move, corrective move, and next impulsive move. Yeah, so just look for that move. We'll see how that move will unfold. We'll look at the bigger structure next week. UK oil. Okay, where we need to pay attention, that is the bigger structure. The structure is just going to complete over there. All right, so if oil is going to drop from that area, so all CAD pair is gonna react against according to that. All right, so currently there is too much, intervention from the Bank of Canada. Because of that, CAD has just lost its value. Otherwise, CAD was the strongest currency in last couple of weeks. Okay, so a couple of more candles. We're gonna watch that top. All right, so let the oil form a couple of more candles back to that area, 70 area. Then we're gonna search that move. Okay, so it is not ready to do anything right now. All right, so if you will start to sell, it is not ready. If you will start to buy, it is not ready to buy for the longer term. All right, yeah, it can keep pushing and then can drop. So you're only gonna get something like that money. Okay, so that is the main reason I'm not posting any idea on the oil, because I don't see there is a trade set up. Okay, yeah, what you can do if you want to trade on oil, you can buy it for short term. All right, you can buy it for short term. Pay attention at that bottom, this area, or let the price form that formation. Then you can buy for that trade. Yeah, short-term trade, that trade up back to the 70 area or at this area. Yeah, this formation like flat channel, the flat channel I have just shown you the pound pairs. Okay, you can look for that trade if you are interested to buy the oil. And if oil is just keep rising, going to continue beyond 70 area, maximize your profit. All right, now let's look at some indexes. So indexes like European indexes are just falling, so I'm not interested to trade on that. The indexes which I have just shown you, so try to look at the buy setups on those indexes as we compare to selling these indexes. Yeah, so not interested to sell these indexes. So if I see the trade setup on the German 30 next week, I will update about that. Yeah, because they are falling slightly aggressive, they can push further to the downside before going to give us another opportunity for the upside. Yeah, similar here on the Euro 50, Franc 40, CAC 40. Yeah, all these are quite similar, so we'll update about that. So the indexes I have just shown you at the start, look at them, search the trade setup on those. Now let's look at the cryptocurrencies. Yeah, there are some cryptocurrencies which are moving very, very fast and showing lots of many opportunities over there. Okay, so next week what we will try to hold the 2 webinars. Yeah, so one for cryptocurrency and one for the forex and indexes. Yeah, so I will update about that. So maybe we're gonna hold forex first and then cryptocurrency. Yeah, because many traders are joining us, those who are trading on the cryptocurrencies, and I'm having lots of requests to post my views on the cryptocurrencies, and yeah, we will do that. We will post ideas, and we will show you trade setup on the cryptocurrencies as well. All right, so let's look at the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is forming an opportunity, and we are looking for this to continue back to the 10,000 areas. Yeah, so very volatile coin. So Bitcoin is the volatile currency. Bitcoin dollar, Bitcoin cash, and Bitcoin gold. These are the three coins which are very volatile right now. Currently, people are crazy. They are crazy to buy and sell these three coins. Very volatile. Okay, so if you are trading on these coins, so be careful. Okay, because when market is volatile, opportunity is gonna be over there, but market moves very aggressively. Yeah, so use risk according to that. Yeah. Okay, now let's look at the Bitcoin, what we are looking for. So we are looking for Bitcoin to get back to the 10,000 area. Give us another leg. Let me show you like what. Let's look at the previous chart so that you fellas can get the idea. It is still very strong. Bitcoin is still very strong. All right, so I don't see Bitcoin is going to be a dump or something like that. Yeah, something like that move we want. That move, that wave. Yeah, that wave. So this correction hasn't completed. Yeah, but we got a nice price section at this area. We're gonna look at that. Okay, so we want this to continue this move back to 10,000. That's all right. If it's not going to hit the 10,000 mark, don't worry about that. At least you're gonna get that much profit. If it is going to hit the 8,000, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. What is the trade setup? I have just posted the 15-minute chart over there. Yeah, this is the 15-minute chart. Very nice impulsive move we got over there. Yeah, so that is the impulsive move we got over there. So where's your invalidation point? This is your invalidation point. If price close below that, it is going further downside. Okay, so what you need to look for, continuation to the upside. So it has already broken down. Personally, I got into that trade from 57 area, from this area. Yeah, somewhere here, 57 area. Okay, I'm looking for this to continue to the upside. Okay, so let's look at the chart. You can see over there it is developing the continuation formation. So how Bitcoin falls, so many traders they don't look at the patterns, they just look at the support and resistance. So it falls like that. Okay, you can see over that continuation, falls like that, continuation, falls like that, continuation. Okay, falls like that. All right, so when it starts to rise, it rise like that. All right, it rises like that. So very nice impulsive move. This is the continuation pattern formation, which is just developing over there. Search this to continue. Buy. Put behind that. These are your buy areas. Buy within these areas. Let it continue to the upside back to 10,000 mark. Okay, so let me show you what kind of trade setup I'm looking for. I'm looking for something like that. Let me show you the 4-hour time frame. That move. Alright, so something like that move. Okay, buy within these areas. That is your trade. Okay, if we're not gonna get the 10,000 mark, at least we're gonna get the 8,000 mark. Okay, that is your trade. That wave. Alright, that wave. So if we are going to break down this below, no need to worry about that. Yeah, so search this kind of impulsive move again. Okay, from that bottom for buy. So only gonna be a buy setup over there, no sell. So Bitcoin Cash is quite similar like the Bitcoin Gold. Yeah, so this is the pair you need to keep an eye for the longer term. All right, so this is the pair you need to keep an eye for the longer term, because this pair has a huge potential rather than the Bitcoin. Okay, huge potential rather than the gold, or rather than the Bitcoin. I was anticipating correction and then breakout. Yeah, so what we got, I think I have shown somewhere here to you that watch that breakout. I have shown maybe in the weekly market outlook or in the daily meeting. So that was the opportunity, by the way, when it was breaking. So it has, went beyond 50% today. Yeah, hit the 28%. When it posted that, it was close to 1300 area. Yeah, so huge potential over there. All right, so huge potential over there. Any pullback within these areas or close to this area, 800 or 1000, buy Bitcoin Cash and hold it for longer term. Okay, so what will happen? Okay, what will happen when you will see the Bitcoin is going to drop? People will take off their money off from the Bitcoin and going to start to buy Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash will be a preferred pair to hold a longer term trade. Just look at that. Just look at that. In a night, it has hit the 2800 area. 2800 area. Just look at that. How volatile this pair is. This coin is. Yeah. Okay. So coming close to within these areas is going to give you another opportunity to hold it. 5,000 mark going to be very, very easy for the Bitcoin Cash to hit 5,000 mark. It can even go beyond that. Beyond that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So where you need to pay attention. Let's look at that. All right. So let's look at that. So it is falling. Why it's falling? Because Bitcoin is rising. Okay, so Bitcoin is rising, it is falling. Yeah, so it can break down this trend line very easily. We can see that it is falling aggressively. So let it come close to within these areas, 600, 800. Yeah, and once we're gonna see that kind of pattern formation, okay, the similar pattern formation which I have just shown you on the indexes, that pattern formation, then we will start to buy. Okay, so let this pattern formation complete. I will try my best to update this chart on the trading view. I have posted that chart and I will try my best to update this chart. Okay, so the lower the price on the Bitcoin Cash, the higher the potential you're gonna get in longer term on the Bitcoin Cash. All right, so Bitcoin Gold is quite similar like that. Okay, more potential is here as we compare to the others. It is very cheap rather than the others, very, very cheap. BTG, yeah, it is running against the Bitcoin. I have that with the against the dollar. I think I haven't got that chart. That chart against the dollar, not the Bitcoin. All right, so similar like the Bitcoin Cash. I haven't posted that chart. I will try my best to post that chart when it will be ready. Okay, when it will be ready. Okay, so what you need to look for, just look at the retracement of this impulsive move. Yeah, it is retracing. Yeah, retracing means it is forming the continuation formation. Yeah, this continuation formation. All right, so something like that you need to search over there. This for that pattern formation you need to look for. Okay, most of the time you're gonna see these kind of pattern formation on the coins. Yeah, so let me show you the example. Let it come down. No worry about that. Let it come down. It is not at a good place to buy. Let it come down. Let it increase up to 886 or 786 and then buy it for longer term. Yeah, it has also potential for the longer term to the upside. It could go against the dollar. All right, so like what? Like what? I have that pattern. Should be. Let me show you. Like what? I have here, yeah, here. Like what pattern formation you need to search? Like that. Okay. Not like that. It's the list. That was the LBC coin. Lots of coins are there. Okay, like that pattern formation. Most of the time you're going to see this kind of pattern formation on coins. They rise so aggressively and they fall correctively and give you the pattern formation like that. Okay, so something like wedge formation. All right, and when they are at the bottom and do something like that, that is the opportunity to go for long. Okay, they rise aggressively and they come close to the bottom and start to form a, we call that Eve, yeah, Eve pattern formation, Adam and Eve, or you can call that double bottom as well, whatever you want to call that. Okay, that is your trade. So next wave is going to appear over there on that coin. All right, so it is something like that on the Bitcoin Gold. Okay, something like this formation on Bitcoin Gold. All right, so let's look at a couple of others. I'm watching that coin, but this coin is not ready. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, let me look at that. It is also, Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum, it is also rising similar like the other Bitcoin Cash and dollar. So search within these areas. Yeah, let them come close to within these areas, buy them. These are the opportunities you need to look for. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and other Bitcoin. These are the opportunities, the more high potential opportunities. And this pair, watch that bottom. That is your trade. This coin, yeah. Watch that bottom. If you understand what kind of formation, if you don't understand what kind of formation you need to look for, then look at my ideas. And I have posted a couple of pattern formation over there. Just look at them and behave like that. Okay, that pair is at that coin is at the buy place. Yeah, so currently Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin, these are the pairs you need to focus on. Okay, something like this pattern formation, XRM and USD. Yeah, so this kind of pattern formation you need to search here. I mean, just look at this area. That is your trade. Yeah, something like that move you want. That move. Yeah, so that was the buy setup on this pair. That was the similar like that. Yeah, so that is the buy place. That was the buy place. Watch bottom for buy. Breakout is about to come, so we had the breakout similar like that on the straight. That pair. Okay, that bottom. Let's look at the XRP USD. Similar like that. Okay, that bottom you need to keep an eye as much low as you can. That area, that is your trade. Okay, so every time, this is slow moving pair, this is very slow moving. Yeah, but keep an eye if you want to buy. So Bitcoin is also forming a flag, and I think I have posted that chart into my group. Yeah, so last week, if you remember that, I have shown you that move. If you remember that, yeah, that move. So this week, that move. Okay, and let's see how far that move is going to go. Buy as much low as possible rather than at the current price. Okay, it has already moved 50% of that move. Yeah, 50%, almost 50% of that move. So within these areas, that is your move. That is your wave. Okay, so we are trading on this coin from this area. Yeah, and that move, and that move. Okay, and that move. That is the way we need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. So similar like the others, I think this coin is very slow. Also very slow. Yeah, so this bottom, close to that bottom, that is the move you need to search. That is the continuation formation, impulsive move, that is your next trade. Yeah, so that trade gonna appear over there in a longer term. So very slow moving pair. Lisk, yeah, so buy this again at the bottom. Yeah, that is your trade. Okay, this is the area, that is your trade. Last time my traders took that trade. Yeah, so similar like that, that is your trade. All right, so I think enough for today. Enough for today, fellows. Any question, let me know if there is any question. Let me know, fellows, if there is any question. So again, there is a guy who has downloaded stuff from a website and selling that stuff to the people for $150. Yeah, that stuff is now for $150. All right. So if anyone is just sending you text from the name like Shahid Verma, he can use an any other name or any fake name, can create account and can spam you. If anyone is doing that, that guy is not from me. All right, okay, that guy is not from me. So don't buy from anyone. So we have seen the euro pairs. We have seen the euro pairs. We have seen the euro pairs. We have spoken about that. I think you joined us slightly late over there. Yes, that is what I'm looking for on the invalidation of the head and shoulder pattern formation. I mean cheating pattern formation on the Euro USD. Yeah. Okay, so again, fellows, there is a guy who's just posting or spamming people with a text that he's offering a course from my videos. He has just stolen my stuff from website, downloaded that stuff, and selling that stuff to the people. He's not from. He does not belong to us. Yeah. So be careful. Be careful about that. All right. So if you want to choose a broker, there are a lot of exchanges. There are a lot of exchanges. Just search those exchanges. Yeah, there are a lot of exchanges. So coin trading is really easy as we compare to the forex market. Your money not gonna lost over there on if you are trading on the crypto market. Yeah, because it is decentralized. You're not gonna lose your money. Yeah, there are a lot of brokers. Search the best one for your needs. Yeah, there are Bittrex, and Folinex, and lots of names are over there. Yeah, so if you want to search over there, then I can suggest you to search you search brokers from the Coinergy. Yeah, Coinergy. There's a platform called Coinergy. Okay, Coinergy. That is a platform similar like the Trading View. Look at that platform. Yeah, there are all exchanges. Yeah, you can see all exchanges over there, and lots of coins are there on that platform. Yeah, more than the Trading View. I think more than the Trading View. Yeah, look at that Coinergy platform. You can search that. Look at that. There are lots of exchange. So pick an exchange over there and search about that exchange. If that exchange gonna be according to your needs, then open your account with them. All right, open your account with them. All right, so VIX is just sitting at the bottom. VIX was showing uncertainty last week, some uncertainty last week, and we have seen the let me look at that, the delay into the tax cut, but the VIX is not moving so aggressively to the upside. Yeah, so if you are holding longer term trade and holding longer term trade based on the features, then I think you have to close that trade, because I think you can't. It's totally up to your broker. If your broker is offering more than that, you can hold your long trade for more than that. Yeah, but it's still not showing any uncertainty to the market. Yeah, so what it can do, if you're holding some profit, take off, let it come close to the bottom at these areas. Yeah, then buy again. Right, for that move, buy again. So you can look for short-term sell, but I don't think so you're gonna get a good profit by selling the wicks, because maybe you're gonna get a huge spread over there, and that spread not gonna give you a good profit. Yeah, that move may appear over there. All right, couple of more candles, and that move may appear over there. Yeah, wicks, that move. So if you can hold your buy position more than a month, then hold that position for longer term. Yeah. So some brokers don't offer, you only can hold your position for a month. I mean, not more than that based on the features. Okay. So you have to close your position after a month. All right. Anything else? Anything else, fellows? Let me know if there is any question. Any other question? Yeah, there are people who do that. You know, they steal others' stuff, or simply you can say that they don't able to do that by themselves. I mean, they can't learn. They can't learn the things we have just learned. They can't, you know, put their energy on that things and be a successful by themselves rather than stealing others' information or other stuff and selling them to the people and making money from them. Yeah, they are failed. You can say that failed people in their life. All right, so be careful if you're gonna get a text from something like that dodgy person. So be careful. Stay away from that guy. All right. So good luck, fellows. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll see you back into the next weekly market outlook. Yeah. So we will try to hold a separate webinar for all three markets. Yeah. So Forex and indexes separate, and for crypto markets separate webinar next week. Yeah, because it's a lots of peers or lots of instruments over there. We can't cover all these within a webinar. Yeah, so we have to separate these two things. Okay, so we'll see you back into the next weekly market outlook. Until then, enjoy your week and have a good trading week. And those who are from the group, we'll see you back into the group, fellows, into the daily meetings tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day and whatever you have, evening or night. Thank you very much for being with me. Bye bye.